The latest discovery about P-Square is one that has left me with chills. I legit can't believe what I'm reading. I felt cold reading this. Before I dissect it, I'll have to read this letter to you all. Open letter to my dear brother Paul Okoye, aka Rude Boy. My dear brother Paul, just like I have told you several times, I am not in any competition with you or anybody else. However, seeing you grant countless interviews where you consistently discredit my efforts in the group that we both created and built together really speaks volume. In your recent interviews, you claim that you wrote and sang 99% of our songs, and discrediting me by saying that our song with T.I., Ejalo, which I wrote, was a failure. You went as far as using the YouTube views to discredit me once again. You never acknowledged that other songs like Get Squared, Busybody, Personally, Roll It, Temptation, Alingo, More Than a Friend, Shekini, Say Your Love, Give Me That, Senorita, Ibedu, and a few others. Were these songs also considered failures as well? This got me really shocked because there has been this narrative that Paul is the songwriter and Peter cannot write songs, he's the dancer. Well, I acknowledge the fact that Paul writes most of the songs, but seeing that this same Peter that was accused of not being able to sing, and his brother never for once came up to defend him, was the one that wrote Busybody, was the one that wrote Personally, was the one that wrote Temptation. These were legit hits. Alingo, they were more than hits. They were really successful songs. I'm sorry, I'm getting really emotional with this. I will continue. Every time I have spoken in interviews about P-Square, I always used we and us because I saw us as a team. But whenever you speak, it's always I and me. Even when I am standing beside you, it's as if I never existed. My brother, neither of us is the most talented artist in the world, but you fail to understand that God gave us this talent and even granted us another chance to exist after our last breakup. Instead, you chose to turn the most awkward and decorated music group in Africa into a laughingstock again. One thing you need to understand clearly is that the fans didn't fall in love with P-Square because of you sang or danced the most. What made us special was the magic that came from our combined efforts. Us two. P-Square was a force, and the fans fell in love with P-Square because of our uniqueness and unity. We both have talents, no doubt. I have often praised you in our interviews for your songwriting ability. I have also praised anyone who has ever written a song for us, or even for me as Mr. P. But instead of you showing gratitude for my kind words, you seem to find satisfaction in rubbing it in my face. Forgetting that it is by God's grace that we have come this far. Rather than joining forces with me to reclaim our #1 spot in the music industry, you chose to team up with Jude to claim the #1 spot in the P-Square group, always looking for opportunities to marginalize and humiliate me. You are always claiming to be P-Square's songwriter, composer, producer, singer, backup vocalist. In fact, you are everything, including P-Square video director, band, promoter, manager, and even the choreographer. You are the author and finisher of P-Square. In fact, I dash you 100% of everything instead of the 99% you claim. I blame myself for not responding to your tweet claims in April 2015 that you wrote and sang all of P-Square's songs. I didn't respond to this false claim for the sake of peace, as advised by family and friends, and now I am paying dearly for it. So, my brother, let me ask you, is Rude Boy or Mr. P bigger and more successful than P-Square today? Are we individually selling out arenas and stadiums like P-Square used to? Are we topping world music charts with our songs as solo artists? Do we command crowds and entertain massive audiences like P-Square? I often find myself wondering, what do you truly gain by constantly disrespecting and belittling me all the time? You have disrespected my wife, disrespected my family, disrespected my talent, disrespected my ideas, and even sided with Jude when he was clearly trying to oppress me. Now, It feels like you have taken it even further by trying so hard to turn the fans against me, by making them believe I'm jealous of you. You have been doing everything for the fans to hate me, but guess what? They will never hate me. Instead, they will hate us both because we have disappointed and failed them. I hope you're happy now. I genuinely wish you nothing but the best, bro. As for those who believe these lies and false narratives and come to my page to drop negative comments, I understand because you've been fed the wrong narrative for a long time. Please, allow me to focus and do my music in peace. As for the EFCC matter, I will address it before the end of today. Stay tuned. Peace. The EFCC video will be coming up after this. I had to just break it into two because the story is long. I think this particular one comes from a very deep place, a place of emotion. You see how hurt he is that his own twin brother, these guys are identical twins, so they share the same umbilical cord. Yet Paul has decided to forsake his brother. It's so difficult. I understand how he feels. 3 brothers and 2 are sided, oppressing him when there's clearly nothing he did. There is no reason for this oppression. They can't say that this is what Peter did that is making them treat him this way. This man is going through a lot, I swear. It's so awkward when it's just like in Davido's wedding, we saw Jude and Peter together coming for the wedding. Whereas Paul was... oh my God, I keep mixing their names. We saw Jude and Paul together, whereas Peter came alone. As if he doesn't have family. What do they want from him? And it's so shocking. I would have said that Jude is a bad brother for allowing them, but Jude is the problem. And Peter is the bad brother by siding the problem because he's benefiting from him. I'll get into the second video. For now, I just want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. This is literally what is up right now. It's so sad reading. It's so emotional reading this because it's like the truth is finally coming. We watched his interview. He made some statements, made some remarks, talked about how Onyeka Onwenu tried to bring them together. But finally, it seems like he said everything in those interviews, but the truth, he hid the truth and they are coming out. Well, share with me your thoughts in the comment section. I know a lot of people get confused who is Peter, who is Paul. Paul is the one that makes hair, the one that is married to Ivy, Ifoma. Peter is the one that is married to the Yoruba woman. The low-cut, the dancer is Peter. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.